But to get right on through things tonight, because we are running a little bit late, we've got to complete our first, as far as I know, our first online vote of our club. And basically all we're doing, I'm going to get to the gallery view here so I can see as many as possible. All we're doing is confirming that you all are okay with the slate of members that are up for the board right now. Let me see if I can just remind everybody who that is. Well, get to the right thing here. Okay. President, Chris Coyne. Yeah, that guy's still here. He's going to be president next year unless somebody wants to vote him out or run against him. Mike Thomas will be our vice president. Our treasurer will again be Kevin Neely. Our secretary will again be Sean McMahon.
I hear Trump needs a job.
I don't know. My club would hate me if I got Trump in here as our president, I think so. Our members at large are Sue Bergstrand, Anthony Harris, Mark Inman, Ed Jessic, Ann Molina, and our newest member at large that will start in January will be David Stalling. So given that information, I think what I'm going to do is just, if everybody take yourselves off mute, I'm going to ask if everybody approves the slate as it's been presented. And so I'm going to ask everybody to give me a yay if they are approving.
Yay.
Yay.
All right. Now we got to give those nayers a chance. So if there's anybody that opposes it, please say nay. I think it's approved, guys.
Recount.
We got our board for next year. As far as I'm concerned, that's pretty convincing. So
I'm putting in a legal challenge tomorrow.
Recount.
George is still out iffy, so we got to wait till George's numbers come in, but I think we're good. So thank you all. That takes care of our vote for tonight. That was quick and easy. So let's get on right into the challenge. Let's see. I need, again, some way of confirming. I guess, Sue, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you go by, for the challenge, go through the members that sent you pictures, and then we'll find any that didn't happen to get you a picture sent.
Okay.
And Kevin, I think if you share with Sue, then she can, or give her sharing capabilities.
I sure will. Hang on a second.
And our challenge this month was the goblet, based on Dave Bartlett's demo. So go ahead, Sue.
Okay, this is Ann Molina.
Very nice. Is Ann here?
Ann,
okay,
are you here?
I am. Sorry, I was on mute. I was just trying different things, different woods, different number of rings. I think the one on the right out of Sycamore has 4 rings on it, but I'll probably take off 2 of those and make it a wedding goblet. So that's what I did.
This is Anthony Harris.
This is, I don't remember what it's made out of. It's made out of a pen blank. It's about 4.5 inches long and about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch wide. I only held it at one end, and I was able to do the off-center stuff just by tapping it off-center in various directions and turning the little pieces. It's olive. That's what it is. I didn't know we were supposed to put rings on it.
Those rings are really small.
Rings weren't necessary. He didn't. Okay. He said just a goblet.
Okay.
Nice job.
Chris Reuter,
Chris, are you still with us tonight? I don't see him here, so note that he has done his challenge.
Chris Tuso,
This is actually kind of funny. Like I was saying earlier, I started off trying to do the challenge. I haven't really hollowed much out other than with the class with Anthony. So first time trying to do this at home on a Harbor Freight lathe, rushing before I put a variable speed motor on it. It didn't actually get finished. And actually, if it gets turned around, you can see that I tried to get it super thin and I missed. So you can see my picture there. I was trying to shape it out a little more, and I got it pretty thin and kind of cut through it. So it was just kind of a first attempt. I was trying to get in there over the weekend, but unfortunately, we had my kids were exposed to COVID, so I had to quarantine. So I wasn't able to get in and get some assistance with get out and get some more wood to actually make another run at it. So it was a failed attempt, but an attempt. I did get rings on it though.
You got rings. It looks like a goblet to me. Practice makes perfect.
It was more of a tea light holder in the end.
Good job. Thanks, Chris.
this is Dan Carlson,
Yeah, it looks like a goblet, but it's actually an upside down bud vase. But
Oh,
got rings. See, like that.
and this is Dave Stalling.
Just a piece of my tree black walnut, and first attempt with a ring tool, and it just went so smooth I couldn't believe it. And I thought I had a little blank left in the chuck, and I thought, well, I'll make a bracelet. It blew up both of them. So this went well. Moral of the story, stay with something complicated.
good job, David.
Jack Carson,
This is a Bradford pear piece of wood that I got probably about 4 years ago. So it was dry and worked out really well. So I did this. It's about 6 inches tall.
That's pretty.
Chris Coyne,
Oh, this is actually made out of a piece of the holly that we got from the spear sale. I do have 4 rings on it, but there was a purpose. I have a nephew that's getting married to a gal that had a child, and then they've had a child together. So I figured I would include the whole family in this wedding goblet. And after I turned the stem a little thick and left myself some room to do a little carving. So I carved some kind of a leaf kind of going up the edge there.
Cool.
Oh, there it is. I put a little color into the leaves. Don't know that I like the color that much. I might actually sand it out so it's very, very faint, but I've got a little time before the wedding, so I'll mess with it later.
Linda Carlson,
This is walnut. I did 5 beads on the foot there. And I was so excited that I had 2 rings, but then one flew off and broke in half and we couldn't find the other half. So I just have 1.5 rings.
That's impressive.
and this is Mark Turner.
That's walnut also, and I made 1/4-inch rings. I did take the pro tip and left enough room when I was making the rings for extra rings for when I blew the first one up, and it went flying off as well. So I thought that was a good idea, and made this for my son for his anniversary.
Very nice.
Mark Inman,
Yep, it was a piece of spectre ply I had. I turned this about, I don't know, maybe an hour right before the meeting. So I actually forgot about the challenge until today. So just a piece of spectre ply I had.
Get it in there, Mark.
Mike Thomas?
This is a piece of baseball bat blank from Kevin that I got, I don't know, a couple years ago. And this is the second one I made. I tried to make the rings look like wedding bands, and I carved a little, I cut some little beads and grooves in there, and then I used a wire burner to put the dark on the rings to accent them, and then cut them off, or cut them through. But tried to sand the inside of the ring flat so that they actually look like wedding bands. And this is going to go to my nephew, who's getting married on January 23rd, 12321. So I'm happy with it.
Very nice.
Is this the same one or the other one?
That's the same one, just a little different. I'm photographically challenged.
Rick Tucker?
Yes, this is I had a piece of quarter sawn ash. And so I turned this and I finished it with iron acetate and tung oil. Originally, it was going to be the height of the little doodad second from the bottom, but it broke. So I had to make another base for it right up against the chuck. So there it is, about 7 inches tall.
Nice job.
Sean McMahon?
Sean went small.
It's about 3 inches tall and about an inch, a little over an inch wide, just for fun.
For the Irish gnome?
Yeah.
Good job, Sean.
Okay, this one is mine. The first week I went to turn one, I hadn't done a goblet for a long time, so I did one without rings. The next week I went back and did one with rings.
Good job, Sue.
And that's the end of our collection there.
All right. I'm going to, let's see, scroll through
I can find my way back.
everybody and find out if you have one that didn't get mentioned. Why don't you just unmute yourself and tell me, and we'll give you opportunity. If anybody has that, they could share their screen if they have a picture, or should hold it up in front of their window.
This is
Go ahead, Effie. Go ahead, Effie.
This goblet was done about 10 years ago, January 28, 2010, and thanks to Mr. Coleman that taught me how to do the turning.
All right. Is that oak?
I don't know. It's spalted something from the bin over there.
Oh, okay. Good job, Effie. Somebody else? All right. That was a good challenge there. We had quite a few participants. Very impressive, and thanks everybody for getting their photos over to Sue. I know we're kind of last minute, it looked like, from the email that Kevin sent out. So thank you. And I guess, Kevin, we automatically select a winner of the challenge, and it'll be announced in Wood Chips this month, right?
Yeah, and I'll send an email to the winner. I'll review the tapes and give a random number assigned to each person, choose a random number, and the winner will receive 2 $10 craft supply certificates. I will email the numbers. So
all right, good.
That entered the challenge.
Yeah, good job, everybody, because like I say, a lot of participants, that's a good thing. And I think goblets are a great turning project because of some of the different techniques that you use on them. All right, I'm going to jump right over and thank you guys all for sticking around and bearing with us here. I'm going to jump into the show and tell. Sue, Sue, again, I'm going to let you take over, and hopefully some pictures came your way.
Okay, I need to get something from Kevin so I can share screen again.
Oh, I didn't,
Okay,
you should still be, you're still a co-host, Sue.
okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, this is Ann Molina.
Okay, that was a piece of red cedar that I got and just turned a simple ingrain bowl. It was real interesting on the inside and smelled great. That's it.
Looks great.
This is Anthony Harris.
This is one of those faux hollow forms. It is actually two pieces hollowed out, joined back together. It's ash. It's about, I don't know, 13 inches, 12 inches across. And the thing that I like about this is the finish that Mike Mahoney talked about. Mineral spirits, oil, linseed oil, and gloss oil-based urethane. And it's got 3 or 4 coats on it, and it builds nicely. I really like the finish. I'm ready. Next. These are the Bic pens. Somebody asked me how thin I made them. They wanted to see them or something, and so I started making them, and I don't know, I've got a dozen or something of them. The 2 black ones are some pieces of Spears stuff that was left over. A lot of it was cracked, but it's real pretty stuff with that light colored sapwood in it. That's all.
It's African blackwood, probably.
Well, somebody told me it was Gabon ebony, but I've never personally seen Gabon ebony that wasn't pure black, and so I'm ignorant. This is one of those blocks of walnut that I was trying to sell a couple of months ago. The only thing that's really interesting about it to me is the lid. It's a way of making the lid that I had never made before. One of my problems with the lids is when you stick a knob on the end of it, you're using up a bunch of wood. And so I was trying to figure out how I could maximize the height of the bowl. And what I did was cut a cone out of the center as though it was a bowl saver. And then, and so I had enough wood left over to drop it in, and I'm not saying that real well. I didn't add or take away any wood to get the lid in there. And so because it was a cone, I was able to dish around the knob, and it's very easy to grab. The next picture shows what the bottom of it looks like, the bottom of the lid. And so it's kind of I actually put that little thing on the very, very bottom of the lid. It's actually the dovetail tenon. And I just included it in the design. I made it the exact right size so it didn't leave any marks. And I didn't have to sand it again. It worked out fairly well.
It's a pair of bowls.
A pair of bowls, yeah. Yeah, I considered that. You could drop stuff in there, but then you wouldn't be able to grab the handle.
Fingers.
How big is that?
Yeah, so I'm ready. I think I got one more. Yeah. And so this is the same thing. This is actually a piece of cherry, and it's not been color corrected. That is the real color of the cherry. It's something that sat in my garage for about 23 years. I mean, as a log, standing up, and it was very interesting. It was really dry, and it's what, 8 inches across, maybe. I think that's all. I'm done.
Very nice. Thanks for sharing, Anthony.
This is Jeff Julian.
Jeff, are you there? I saw him earlier, but I don't know that he's still here.
Are we gonna go eat?
All right, let's go on the next one.
This is also Jeff Julian.
a little wing bowl. Very nice.
This is Chris Pine.
This is me. We had a pumpkin carving competition at my office, and I shouted out to one of our member woodturners and said, "Do you have a chunk of Osage orange? Because I'm going to carve a pumpkin." And he had one, and I took it home and carved that. And I don't know, do you got another shot there, Sue? On the inside, I used the shavings to be the guts, and it needed seeds, so I went out and got some sunflower seeds and threw that in there too. And then my finished product, I was able to I had some fishing line, and I just let it kind of set in there and hover, and wood burned a face into it. And I think on the other side, it was a company project, so I put the company logo. And I tell you what, I thought I did pretty good until I got there, and we had 13 different people that brought in, and I got third out of everybody. So I told them that they all just took a knife to a poor defenseless vegetable, and I'm the only one that actually carved a pumpkin. So I don't know if they bought that though.
Okay, this is Rick Tucker.
Yes, this was a crotch piece. My neighbors down the street had cut a small tree down, so I grabbed a piece of the crotch, and this is the bowl that came out of it. Very interesting figure in the wood. It was kind of light, and when I put the oil on it, it turned really dark.
Boy.
I think there's a picture of it. Oh, there we go. That's just another view of it.
Okay, and then you had the bowl.
And in last year, there was a tornado went by one of my neighbors' houses and took one of their maples. So I had a maple log sitting on my driveway for about a year. So this is spalted a maple, and I gave that to them as a memento for their tree that they lost.
Very nice. Did it have a little spalting going through it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Okay, that's the end of what we got.
All right. Anybody want to shout if they've got something? Okay, David, go ahead. Kevin, David, you want him to share? No, you're just gonna hold him up?
Need to stay with me here. These are the family's Christmas tree ornament gifts this year. And they are made with 3/4 inch, 4 3/4 inch pieces and 4 1/2 inch pieces. And basically it's inside out turning, and we could get all of it in there. I think they turned out really, okay. And it's just walnut oil on it. And, if you turn the inside out and then reverse the 4 pieces, things work out really nicely, as long as you don't get them too super thin. You can get down to 1/16 of an inch, okay. So that's really neat, though.
That's fun.
And
Getting ready for Christmas.
Double stick tape and 4 pieces, and then on the dead live center, I've got an insert that's got a ring on it that fits on the tapered cone. So you push that up against the head and have it in a, you don't have to have it glued.
Okay.
Or inside out. You got to turn them all around.
Very fine. Thanks for sharing. Do we have anybody else? Oh, Stuart. Oh. Go ahead, Stuart.
I have a piece of white oak that turned. This is about 13 inches, and it's finished off with armor seal, the glossy.
Yeah, it is. That's nice looking.
Nice off with what? Anchor seal?
Armor seal. And then the other one I have is a hollow form that is walnut, and it's got an insert of spalted maple in it. And this is about 12 inches tall. And it's finished off with just a regular backer.
Was the insert put in there because of a natural flaw, or?
It was, yeah, we had a hole in it to begin with. There was a knot that fell out, so I added that in.
That's kind of cool. I don't know that I've seen
Nice
that
touch.
before. Yeah, nicely done.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Anybody else of the ones we've got left here?
Yep.
All right, Chuck.
Chuck over here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, made a box with a birdhouse with a box inside of a box. And then I saw this from Mike Pence, piece. Is this going to show up or not? Probably not. Oh, shoot. Probably be easier to bring closer. Okay. Yeah, his.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah,
gnomes.
There you go.
Yeah, Christmas.
Oh, no.
Oh, cool. and Melina, I thought you'd be making gnomes left and right, man. That looks like your kind of project.
Well, I've not been on the lathe very much the last couple of months, so turning the goblet was I was just glad to get back to turning.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Well, listen, it looks like there's about 12, 15 of us or so here that stuck around through everything tonight. I thank you guys for doing that, and I appreciate that we had such good attendance and participation in the demonstration tonight. But it's late. We've been at this for a while, and I'm ready to go get something to eat. So,
do we have any more announcements?
Mike, am I forgetting something? Okay, I thought maybe I forgot something. I tried to get through those announcements fast. I thought I did pretty good tonight. So hopefully we'll keep those going fast again next month and not have such a long demonstration. But I think everybody enjoyed that demo tonight. Thank you all, and I'll see you next month if I don't see you before then. Look for an email coming out from Kevin regarding the holiday party, and we're going to need an RSVP response if you want to participate. Thanks, guys. See y'all.
Cheers.
Have a good night.
Hold on. Be safe.